Why don't Real Housewives live in their show city? The Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osifo, photographed for season 9 in front of a door that may or may not be in Potomac. Photo by Clifton Prescott/Bravo. First of all, thank you for all you do. I enjoy your writing and your podcast, and you're probably the only critic who I agree with so consistently. I'm so appreciative of your work. I saw your report about the Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osifo's arrest. I live in Carroll County, MD, the place where she was arrested. I live in a city called Westminster, which is located in Carroll County. Osifo's home is in a town called Finksburg, about 15 to 20 minutes from my home. Finksburg is even more rural than Westminster. I didn't even know that there were homes like Osifo's in that area. It's obviously well off the beaten path. We're well over 90 minutes from Potomac. So was she really a Potomac housewife living out in rural red Finksburg? Lisa. Thanks for the kind words, Lisa. I really appreciate it. And this is a great question. It's fascinating to hear about where Wendy lives, and definitely funny that a Real Housewives of Potomac star would live closer to Baltimore than Washington, and not in Potomac, Maryland. Also interesting to me is that, until her arrest, Wendy taught at Wesleyan University, which is in Connecticut, about 6 hours from her house. That's a heck of a commute, and she was actually on campus teaching October 8th, one day before her arrest in Maryland. For the Real Housewives, living away from the city in the show's title is actually quite common. The housewives don't always live in the cities where their shows are set. A few days before you emailed, I saw this on Reddit, where someone mapped all of the Potomac cast's homes and used Wendy's mugshot to show her location, which is rude and hilarious. As you can see, they're clustered around Washington, but most of the cast is quite a bit of distance from Potomac itself. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is similar. Here's a map showing the cast 2 years ago, none of whom lived in Beverly Hills proper. One exception seems to be the Real Housewives of New York City. Its legacy cast and new, boring, about to be legacy cast members live in the city, though not always Manhattan. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 1's cast: Lisa Barlow, Mary Cosby, Heather Gay, Jen Shaw, Whitney Rose, and Meredith Marks. Photo by Chad Kirkland/Bravo. On the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, star Meredith Marks actually lives in Park City, Utah, not Salt Lake City. She also rents houses, and it's not for financial reasons, because she had 3 of them at one point. Some reality TV stars use rental houses for filming in order to protect their privacy. That may also be why some cast members live in rural areas. Or they just might. When a production company is assembling a cast for a Bravo show, the cast obviously needs to be in the same general geographic location for filming. But that doesn't mean they need to live on the same block or the same building, though that'd be fun, like the Real Housewives of Only Murders in the Building. What matters far more than someone's street address or even travel time is the cast itself, as individuals and part of the ensemble. So that's why the Real Housewives franchises don't necessarily match addresses. Join the conversation. The writing here is the start of a conversation, and we value your contributions to that conversation. We've created a community that connects people through open and thoughtful conversations about the TV we're watching, the pop culture we're consuming, and the stories about it. To share our perspectives and exchange ideas in a welcoming, supportive space, there are rules for commenting here. By commenting below, you confirm that you've read and agree to those rules. Happy discussing. Your turn. Many fans are surprised to learn that not all Real Housewives actually live full-time in the city their show represents. While the franchise is marketed around glamorous city life, the reality is often more complicated and very strategic. First, filming logistics play a huge role. Bravo requires cast members to be available for long filming hours, group events, and last-minute scenes. Some housewives maintain primary homes outside the city, but rent apartments or short-term homes during filming season. This allows them to meet production demands without uprooting their families completely. Second, taxes and cost of living matter. Cities like New York, Beverly Hills, and Miami come with extremely high taxes and living expenses. Many housewives choose to officially reside in nearby suburbs or even different states to reduce financial strain while still appearing local on camera. Third, Family and privacy concerns are major factors. Some cast members have children in school, spouses with businesses elsewhere, or prefer quieter communities away from constant cameras and paparazzi. Living outside the city gives them more control over their private lives while still participating in the show. Fourth, legal and residency requirements are flexible. Bravo generally requires housewives to have a connection to the city, not necessarily a full-time address. As long as they socialize, film, and engage within the city, producers consider them eligible. Finally, storytelling comes first. The franchise prioritizes drama, relationships, and lifestyle over strict geography. If a housewife brings compelling storylines, wealth, or strong cast chemistry, producers are often willing to overlook where she sleeps at night. In short, Real Housewives isn't about postal codes. It's about personalities, power, and unforgettable television moments.